Okay, so what's going to happen is tomorrow morning we reconvene here at 8:45. What I had done is I prepared these slides to slot in if anyone had dropped out. That hasn't happened. So what I want to do is just skim through them to get to the main point, which is sort of towards the end. These are going to be my closing remarks, as you see in the program. So I'm sort of just elaborating a little bit on the point I made badly earlier. In my experience, this particular topic is fantastic for engagement, right? And this is part of the argument that I use when I'm trying to sell internal to my university. So if you look at there would be very, very few research topics, say at the university, that would engage across 5 schools. And today we have heard from scientists, engineers, business people, the legal side, and we've had our ethics presentation from him here. So this makes me like some sort of hero for breaking down silos and all that sort of stuff, right? But even within this faculty of engineering, I've been able to, how many is it? 7, 2, 4, 6. These guys are questionable in more ways than one. No, I'm still trying to engage with these guys. Chemical engineering, obviously there could be some work there, and petroleum also, but no one from those schools yet has come on board. It took me a while to get the photovoltaics guys, but I now have a guy in photovoltaics who's interested in this topic. And then even within my own school, there are 5 of the research groups that are interested in this topic. So what this is telling me is it's a great topic for engagement in general. And I'm going to just skip through this stuff because this is covered by other people today. Just saying what, oh, here we go. Stephen, inadequate in some people's views. There are a number of things Stephen said today I could have argued with. Like one, why he didn't keep to his abstract. I mean, I clearly read that, you know, and there was nothing like it. I don't know. But the humanities, some of the ethical issues that Tom brought up earlier, there are others as well. Like, if you do an environmental impact statement for a mine, and in an environment where there's no ecosystem, how does that change the way you think about environmental impact statements on Earth? There are all sorts of ways that this topic engages across disciplines. It's good for us being Australians, because we're pretty weak in space, as we've already heard, and there's been a number of arguments and discussions we've had about that. But we're red hot in mining, as you know, go downstairs and have a look. And so this is a niche that we are trying to develop. Now what I'm trying to show here, these are some papers that we published recently. So there's Serkan and me and a couple of others, right? So let's just look at these papers. So we've got JPL, our partners, so School of Mining, basically my centre is in the School of Electrical Engineering, and accounting, right? With Jeff, who spoke earlier. Here we've got someone from the Faculty of Science. We see you've got the College of Law here. So the Faculty of Science, International Space University, School of Mechanical Engineering. So basically, I have never published, I've never had the opportunity to publish before as an engineer with an accountant. I've never had the opportunity before of publishing with a lawyer. So this is a different type of research topic for me, and I think for many people who are starting to get engaged with this. Serkan and I have been kicking the idea, this is where you guys come in, right? Serkan and I have been kicking around the idea of perhaps launching a journal on this topic, having an off-earth mining journal. Specifically because that type of engagement is not covered by, the topic itself isn't really covered by other journals, but the breadth of the topic is also rarely covered in other journals. So I have had some discussion with some guys from Taylor and Francis. They came back with a suggestion of space engineering, which misses the point as far as I'm concerned. So we need to do a bit of work on the title, or we need to do a bit of work, or I need to do a bit of work, or we need to do a bit of work on the pitching of the right title to engage them better. They're happy with the idea that there's lots of material being published here in an unfocused way. So I think it won't be too hard to engage publishers in a general sense, but we need to be able to sell them on this idea. So as a group, I'm asking if any of you are interested in the topic or the idea of launching a journal, and if any of you are interested in being on the editorial board. That's basically all I really had to say.
Would this be an online only?
All options are on the table, right? So however we would like to do it, online only journals may struggle to get the recognition along the formal. In Australia, we have this journal ranking, which, although it's been rejected, is used by everybody, because there's nothing else, right? So this whole idea of having A-ranked journals and B-ranked journals and so on. The Australian Research Council, oh no, was it ARC or ERA?
ARC.
That did the rankings, was that?
Oh, ERA.
ERA did the rankings, yeah. So, yeah, we'd have to take all that into account. Possibly the international element sort of might wipe out some of our trivial Australian concerns, but like I say, everything's on the table. I actually don't want to discuss it now, because I've actually got to rush off and introduce the other public lecture back at the university. So I'd like to leave that with you to discuss. And I'm happy to engage on this tomorrow. As far as we're concerned, I think we're finished for today. Hope you had a good day. The dinner was last night, right? So tonight you're free. It's a strange structure, but it helps us deal with the minors. Thanks everybody, see you in the morning.